There should definitely be some dynamite in the distaff division as British Columbia, Canada's powerhouse Julia Budd gets set to battle Brazilian KO queen Amanda Nunes in a women's 145-pound affair.
And now, making her way to the cage, weighing in at 143 pounds, with a record of 5-1, all 5 victories coming by way of knockout. She's a Muay Thai fighter, representing Salvador Bahia in Brazil. Please welcome to the cage, Amanda Nunes.
Amanda Nunes started her martial arts training at the age of 16. She's a BJJ and Judo brown belt and NAGA Pan American and Brazilian national champion. She's trained in mixed martial arts for the past 3 years.
And in order to get things done against Julia Budd, she's going to need to avoid her kicks and be first, overwhelm her with punches, get it into the clinch, and use that judo to get a takedown. And on the floor, go for that rear naked choke all the way.
That's right, her favorite submission is the rear naked choke, or as it is called in Brazil, the mata-leão. She says if she wins tonight, she's going to celebrate with a croissant.
Favorite food found here in America, she says, huh?
First things first.
Yeah. And Portuguese and French are very similar.
Yes. Very. Might as well toss Italian in there, too, while we're at it. All romance languages. Training under Edson Carvalho, a BJJ black belt under the late great Carlson Gracie. And of course, the Gracies, the first family of BJJ. The folks who brought MMA to North America.
And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 144 pounds. Her record stands at 1 win, no losses. That victory came by way of knockout. She specializes in Muay Thai, representing Gibson MMA in Port Moody, British Columbia, Canada. Please welcome to the cage, Julia Budd.
Hello. Julia Budd looking to follow in the footsteps of another Canadian fighter, Sarah Kaufman, who was a former Strikeforce champion. Of course, she's still very early in her MMA career.
And like Kaufman, Julia Budd is gutsy. What other word could describe a woman who made her mixed martial arts debut on Showtime against an undefeated Terminator like Shayna Olsen? When she stepped in against Olsen, Budd immediately played her strong hand, implementing her Muay Thai. When Olsen tried to take down, though, it was Budd's balance that landed her on top. Eventually, Olsen began to tire as a result, and Budd uncharacteristically took her to the floor, mounted her, and blasted away until the end. Very impressive in her first MMA bout. Julia Budd knows it won't get any easier against Amanda Nunes.
Let's go to the numbers for this women's 145-pound tilt.
Now, Nunes is 5 years younger, an inch taller, 2-inch reach advantage for her. Only 1 pound difference at weigh-in time, but I tell you what, Budd looks solid.
We're scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Our referee in charge, Jeff Mackin.
Okay, red fighter ready. Blue fighter ready. Let's knuckle up.
In all honesty, there is not a lot of depth in the women's 145-pound division, so an impressive performance here by either one of these two ladies, and Nunes is off to a very fast start, dropping Julia Budd, series of hammer fists, and Nunes looks very impressive. 6 TKO in a row. Wow! Holy!
That's called seizing the day.
That girl got after it right away. She fired right from the opening bell. That was amazing.
Stepped right into the fire and dropped that right hand perfectly.
I was going to say a very impressive performance by either one of these fighters,
definitely on everybody's radar now. Cyborg's probably sitting at home watching this going, uh-oh.
The action was so nice, we are going to take a look at the entire fight twice. Here you go, Pat.
You know, I tell you what, she started out with the inside leg kick, and she just said, heck with it, stepped in, let's start firing, let's go. The right hand over and over, left landed, straight on the chin, and then the hammer fist. Bud was out after about the second one on the ground. Ref needed to get around both of them to get her off of her.
And Pat, that is a shootout that you want to be first on.
Yeah, look at her. She's focused, eyes wide open, staring right at her target. Boom, lands it. Here we go. Let's pass the guard and get after it.
That reminds me of vintage Vanderlei Silva when he used to just come forward and throw 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 all night long until the end.
And Nunes was not going to stop until the referee stepped in. That girl'd still be hitting her. She had it in her eyes. She was definitely on a mission. Once she went down, it was time to finish.
Patience went out the window, and a victory came right in.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jeff Mackins puts a stop to this bout at 14 seconds of round number 1. Due to strikes, she is the winner by TKO, Amanda Nunes.
Well, you talk about ringing in the new year in style. We're going to ask Edson Carvalho to join us to translate his fighter's very impressive win. 22-year-old Amanda Nunes. That's now 6 consecutive wins via form of knockout. You know what I'm about to ask you? There's another Brazilian fighter by the name of Chris Cyborg, who's the current Strikeforce Women's 145-pound champion. After a performance like this, how far away do you think she is from that title shot?
Ele está perguntando, depois de uma performance dessa, quanto tempo você acha que pode enfrentar a Cyborg?
Primeiro eu quero agradecer a Deus, thank you God. Graças a Deus por estar aqui, nossa. Não sei nem como agradecer a Deus mesmo, que é, nossa, essencial na minha vida, que está na frente, nossa, sem nem o que falar, a emoção é muita. Mas cheguei agora aqui na América, quero fazer mais lutas, para a galera me conhecer mais, treinar mais também, sempre treinando, e eu quero fazer mais lutas. Mas eu cheguei agora, acabei de chegar, mais lutas.
She want to thank God many times for Luis Henrique. So emotional, is very hard to. But first of all, she want to thank God for this opportunity to be here. And she just came to America. She want to make many more fights to get you knowing in America. And then Cyborg is the final goal. The time will come.
All right, Nashville, let's give it up for a lady who just took 14 seconds to record her 6th win via form of